Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Jits Quips. Okay, so we've
straight away with the inside collar tie from Sam. Yeah.
We've got Sam and Gaz here, 2 blue belts, both 105 kg.
Fucking hell.
2 ultra heavies, right?
It's big boys are going at it.
Yeah.
Both of them trying to get that inside collar grip. Very good. Nice attempt for the throw by. There's a lot of wrist control going from Gaz there as well. Trying to get the inside position, but it's hard when you're wrestling against a guy who's of that size. So it's potential snap down attempt gone there, but Gaz, they're both
going for those dominant.
from those, yeah, they're trying to get the inside position, but when it comes to wrestling with those big guys, it's just like the same resistance back, so it's going to be very difficult to get the leverage on one another.
Yeah. So these guys are regular
Nice.
training partners as well.
Beautiful single leg, like, yeah.
Some
Train together quite a lot then, yeah.
Yeah. Sam gets a single leg takedown.
It's beautiful, like, nice setup. Unorthodox finish though, because you usually get told by your coach to run the pike a little bit and turn the corner, but it was very much like a knee tap kind of single leg.
Oh, Gaz back up to his feet.
Maybe looking for a takedown of his own there as well. Nice throw by attempt again. Like Sam's controlling the distance very well.
Some
lovely.
arm drag.
Nice
goes
arm
to the
drag.
back.
Well recovered by Gaz as well. Gaz going for a takedown of his own. Yeah, Sam's managing the distance quite well and he's finding that single leg again. But he's got to see an attempt by Gaz. Straight back to the single leg again. Beautiful exchange.
Nice. Sam turtling up.
Gaz looking to find the back again. Hear a lot of heavy breathing already.
Yeah.
It's just, this is what I mean, these big lads, it's just...
When it's competitive as well.
It's what, yeah.
Like, everything's a bit more tense.
Yeah. You've got eyes watching, you've got the cameras on you, no one wants to mess up. It's a beautiful sweep back by Sam.
Yeah. Lands inside control.
Smothering in from the top there. Gaz needs to get his elbows into his chest now and needs to
Frame up.
either escape out the back door or get his knee shield in to get that half guard back.
Is that a tap?
Is that a tap? What was he doing? See that from this angle?
Thanks for joining us and welcome to Jits Quips. Today we're joined by Gaz, Sam and Abraham. If you like what we're doing, if you want to support us, chuck us a like, chuck us a sub or subscribe to the channel, and it will help us out being able to make more of this. So I just want to say, so Gaz and Sam, you're both blue belts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And Abraham is a brown belt.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys have met Abraham before or have seen him before.
Lovely to meet you, lads. Lovely to meet you.
And you, mate.
Nice to meet you.
And I met Abraham at Role Models a few weeks ago, and Abraham is let's say like a rising star in
Appreciate that.
BJJ. And yeah, it's an honour to have all of you guys on the show.
Cheers, mate.
So today's episode is going to be loosely based on strength and conditioning. So I'm aware that all of you guys do strength and conditioning. I do strength and conditioning too. and for me, it's a big part of my life actually. So I'm injured at the moment.
What happened there?
So it was. Thanks for that question, guys.
You know? Do you know?
You told me briefly what happened in the tournament.
Well, we'll talk about it at the end because we're going to look over that match and we're going to analyse that match. But I'm still not sure what it is. But I'm gaining more and more optimism that it's not as serious as I first thought it was. So first of all, I thought it was an ACL rupture. Because the day after I did it, I couldn't walk on this leg and it was swollen. But the day after that, the pain had gone. It's still injured, but I can walk on it. And the people that have been speaking to me have told me that if it wasn't ACL, I probably wouldn't be able to walk on it.
By now, yeah.
So I've got an appointment on the 28th of March to see the specialist surgeon. And they're going to book me in for an MRI, and then we'll see what it is. So, fingers crossed, it's LCL.
Just pray for him, man.
Or meniscus.
Yeah. I've had meniscus issues myself as well. But that's a gradual thing. It's not like overnight you've injured yourself. It's more so overtraining and not recovering properly. That's my downfall, is overtraining and not recovering properly, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what's from Jiu-Jitsu?
Jiu-Jitsu, yeah. But I've had it for a while. I'm not too sure if it's a meniscus, but my physio said to me it seems like it could be. It's not serious though, it heals on its own usually. But it's just overtraining. But that's what we're talking about today, isn't it? About strength and conditioning and the importance of it. And not overtraining, because you'll end up like me.
Have you ever had to, so you've been sort of told that you're overtraining?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time?
All the time.
Have you ever dialed it back?
No. I probably should though. It's more so burnout. It's not even physical injuries, it's burnout, like mental burnouts, because you're in the gym in the daytime, you're in the gym in the night time, every single day, twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. Your body wears out, and I forget that. I'm obviously getting on. I'm only 22 now, but when I get to like 29, your body's going to catch up to you and you're going to get all these little micro injuries, so it's good to rest, and I'm trying to prioritise that a little bit more now. Yeah.
Well, I'm 37, and I think around 36 is when I really started to feel the age creep up on me.
Yeah.
So only a couple of years now, but
isn't that when you started Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah, pretty much.
I was 40 when I started.
When you started?
Yeah, and I see a lot of my both pins and reconstruction of my shoulders from rugby.
Do you want to get rid of the injuries?
Just
quick, did you retire from this? You're injury free that way.
What have you had, Gaz?
I've got pins in both my shoulders.
Yeah.
Is that dislocations, rugby, yeah.
Rugby?
Yeah.
So, you played rugby before?
Yeah.
How many years?
On and off, about 20 years.
20 years rugby?
Yeah.
And that is an impact sport, right? It's
which I thought would do me well when I started.
Yeah.
It's not true.
It's not true?
No.
It's aggravating the...
it did at first, but obviously, you know your limitations now when you're on. Some get like, that sound, I feel it there, just overstretching.
Yeah.
So just... It is what it is. Just
it is what it is.
Train through it. Probably should.
Yeah.
But it's better than what I thought. I thought at first it was a big hindrance to me. I used to have problems with my shoulders. I was out for like 2-3 weeks here and there when I started doing it because it was just aching and injuring. But yeah, it's better now. Both of them better, no problem.
And then you told me that you've started the S&C strength and conditioning.
Yeah, so I got an old program when I was doing rugby. I was on a program which I started back in January to lose a bit of weight and. Just a big yogurt now because it's harder when you're older. It's harder to keep it off. Yeah. You'll find out soon. You can laugh all you like when you get 40. It just all goes south.
A while off.
Yeah, still 18 years.
I can't believe since you're 22.
Yeah,
just getting started.
Yeah. I'll probably fall asleep through this.
Well, do you remember when you were 22? And
I remember I was 22. Definitely, yeah. And I was a dad.
Oh really?
Yeah. You had to grow up quick.
So you've got one son?
I've got one son, yeah, he's 21 now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. You are old, you.
Yeah, put some perspective on them, people say that,
Yeah. But I was thinking, like, when I was 22, I couldn't even imagine 40. Like, it's just not a concept that I would like.
Every day you wake up now after 40, it's like, another day, great.
I forget that this year I'm turning 23 in my head sounds old. That to me, that's it's old, that. 23.
Yeah.
And then again, with you guys, and I wish I was 23, all these other guys that train with, I wish I started at your age and stuff like that. I'm like, flipping heck. Like, I feel old at 22, because only yesterday I was 18, and I think that's just gone like that.
Yeah.
I started when I was 12, and that's just, I remember the first day I started as well, I was like, it feels like yesterday. It feels like literally yesterday, and that's just gone like that. The time does fly.
It does go quick, definitely goes quick.
Goes quick. It feels like the older I get, the quicker it goes as well, like year by year. But so you've had surgery on both shoulders, and then you started strength and conditioning again recently.
Yeah.
So is your strength and conditioning, is that helping with your shoulders, maintain the shoulders for jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's not major. It's just light weights, more reps. I used to go heavy all the time, but no, just light weights, just maintaining the body, really keep it ticking over. I think like you do jiu-jitsu, you do a couple of hard sessions, next day you're right off. So just keep moving really more than anything. But it's hard to. I speak to you quite a lot about it because obviously your background as well. It's hard to fit it in with jiu-jitsu. You want to do more jiu-jitsu, you want to do more weights. It's trying to find that balance. So I'll come here, maybe do an hour, and then do a class. That's pretty much it, really.
Straight after?
I'll do a class after the weights, yeah.
So you'll come in, you'll do weights, and you'll coincide that for your weight session to finish when a class starts?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go straight through?
Yeah.
See, personally, I would never do that. And this is what I think. Ideally, I would like to do my S&C in the morning, get a nice recovery through the day, and then go to jiu-jitsu. Also, I would now I've realised that I can't do jiu-jitsu 2 days in a row, because I'm too, like, the wear and tear fucks me up too much. So
also there's a factor of work. I work shifts as well. So
you work as well.
Yeah. So it's just small little gaps. Try and get in as much as you can.
Yeah.
In as and where you can.
Yeah. So everyone's different, are we?
What about you, Sam? How do you arrange your sessions?
As best I can. I think obviously do shifts work, not to the extent that Gaz does, like night shifts or anything, but my shifts do vary week to week. So it's just kind of when I can get it. In an ideal world, I would like to do, as you said, like train in the morning, train in the afternoon night, but it's just not. Obviously, you can only do as much training as you can recover from. So obviously, it's a limiting factor, and I try and fit in 7 sessions total, so that'll usually be 4 jiu-jitsu, 3 weight sessions.
Sorry, say that one more time.
I normally do 7 sessions in a week, 4 jiu-jitsu sessions and 3 weights.
Okay.
But obviously that's then training every day. So this week I did have yesterday off because I was just like knackered at that point. But then this morning I've got up, I've gone away trained, and then I've come pretty much straight here afterwards. So sometimes that's just how it is. It's not ideal, but you just got to fit those sessions in at some point.
And straight here for the open mat?
I didn't come to open mat today.
Just for this?
Yeah.
I did. That's probably one of the factors as well today. I was a bit.
That's why you lost. And then, so Abraham, how do you fit it in?
So my strength and conditioning, I've got a coach, shout out to Submission Strength on Instagram, Josh Taylor. He gives me 2 to 3 days a week, but he caters it because I train full time, so that I can train in the morning or an hour before, like Gaz said, and still have energy to train a full 2-hour session for jiu-jitsu. So it's usually high weight, low reps, or the other way around, low weight, high reps, but it's all to do with explosiveness and cardio as well. So I do a lot of sprints. So I do at the end of every weight session, I'll do 15 seconds all out on the assault bike and 45 seconds off. It kind of replicates going all out in the last few seconds of a match and like getting it out of you. And especially on the 10th set as well of those sprints, you start to feel it. Your lungs feel heavy, and like you find it really hard to breathe. That's what increases your fitness really, and stuff like that. Like stuff that's really difficult to do that you don't really want to do. That's kind of the stuff that I prioritise. Yeah.
Is that like so that helps with the gas tank when you're in a match?
Yeah.
So sprinting, like bike sprints and treadmill.
I think anything that involves high intensity and intervals, like stuff like that, will definitely improve your gas tank. And as I was saying to you before, you never want to lose a match because you're tired or because you're unfit. That's the one thing I'll never forgive myself for, and I pride myself on having a good gas tank, because I've never experienced like getting too gassed in a match to finish the match properly, or losing because I'm gassed and it's like, just like kind of give up a little bit. I've never experienced that, and I hope I never do experience that. Yeah. So I always tell everyone, make sure you're fit and you're strong before any match as much as you can be, because you'll never blame yourself that way, because if the other guy's better than you on the day, then it just is what it is. Whereas if you're unfit, you're blaming yourself forever. It sticks in the back of your mind forever.
That's one major thing that like everyone is in control of, is how conditioned you are, right?
Yeah.
I've gassed last year. That's probably a comp, and it was it was just down to poor planning, really.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that many matches in that day. And that's not an excuse really, but it was only, I think it was a bronze medal match or something. I was just fucked.
I think the comp's different though, innit? Because there's a different environments, like adrenaline's through the roof, so you'd probably have similar roles in the gym and it wouldn't really hit you the same level. But being in that like environment where adrenaline's sky high, like it doesn't have to take it out of you in a different way.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not nice. It's not nice when you quit because you're shattered.
Yeah.
I've entered a match at ASW, and where I hadn't trained for like about a month, and I knew I was out of shape, and I gassed in the match, but I'd signed up for it, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go test myself out, see what I'm like at base level, untrained, and it was I just said thought to myself that there's no I want to get as conditioned as I can for jiu-jitsu for when I'm competing. But when you said you gassed in a tournament, did you go to that tournament as fit as you possibly could be?
No. Listen, I'm no like, athlete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can only train as much as you can. Again, it's different lifestyles. I'm under no illusion. Time's against me nowadays. But I was ill prepared in the sense of like nutrition and stuff like that, and I didn't realise there'd be so many people in my category. So there's all that fact as well. So you put a lot into the matches and stuff, and it's like wow. And then the rest period could be anything from 10 minutes to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I had one match where it was a quick turnaround. I was like, fuck no.
That's tough.
That was gay as well. Yeah, gay.
So do you think now you do bear that in mind more, your strength and conditioning? I mean, you're training now, you're doing your strength and conditioning, or
I don't know, I don't really think of it like that, to be honest with you. I think you get better with your techniques as well, stuff that buys you a lot of time. I don't really rely on my gas tank. I'm trying to rely on my jiu-jitsu these days to get me out of trouble, but it's definitely a factor, I suppose, if you think about it, but it's not something I put at the forefront of my training. But like replicating stuff I don't do, which I probably should do, but people mentioned it before. Anything down to breathing techniques. Yeah. I had a guy, Dave was telling me about breathing before. That can help you. I can't remember the name of it now. It's going to bug me.
What, like the Wim Hof?
Wim Hof, that was it, yeah.
Yeah.
He gave me a 10-minute demo, it was weird. Like I'm like looking at him in the middle of that.
Dave Campbell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it with him as well. It's the only time I've ever done Wim Hof.
Have you seen it? Do you know
I've seen it, I've practiced it myself. It's good, good for your mind,
yeah.
Really good for you.
He was telling me like you can 3.5 minutes hold his breath afterwards and you do a few or something, which replicates in a round. Like, oh, okay, yes, let's have a go with that.
Yeah.
Could be a thing.
Could be. There's so many stuff, isn't there?
There's a lot of stuff. What did you say?
There's so many stuff that can just help you.
Yeah, give you that little
the
edge.
bike, the sprinting.
Do you do that on a competition day?
The breathing method, yeah. So I usually do about an hour-ish before my comp.
An hour of breathing?
No. An hour before. An hour of breathing, I'll probably die. No, it's about 10 minutes of those breathing techniques, about an hour before my tournament, because it wakes you up, it switches you on a little bit more, because I think it switches on your adrenaline, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This type of breathing technique, and it makes you more aware of your surroundings a little bit more. And a black coffee as well to go with that. Coffee as well, yeah. That
helped me on my last weekend, and like that little espresso, just like boom, okay, let's fucking go.
For me, it's a bit, it can go either way, because I've had matches before where I've had a small pre-workout shot or a coffee, and they call me on 10 minutes, I'm like, I need to go to the toilet, you know. I need to get out of here. And the last thing you want is to lose a match, because that's another thing.
You shot yourself.
Shit stomach, yeah. I had to hold it in one match before. I remember I tapped someone out like within 2 minutes, and it's like I'm raising around and everything. I was like, I need to get out of here. I need to go to the toilet ASAP. I raise my arm when I'm off. I just ran to the toilet straight away.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
That is literally a nightmare. Abraham, people call you Abe, don't they?
Abe's like, yeah.
Do you mind that?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, Abe. So, do you gas when you compete now?
No, not when I compete, but I make sure that I gas every training session. So I make sure if we're wrestling, for instance, and I know I've got a comp coming up, let's say if I'm doing a round from standing, I'll make sure I have every single round until I'm tired and I can't actually like stand up anymore. I'm like on the floor talking to my coach. That's when I know I've worked hard, because I know I'll never work that hard in competition. It's like I know if I work hard in the gym, that's like a Shark Tank kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know that I'll never experience that kind of fatigue, and the reason why I do it in the gym, and I might even lose rounds to guys I shouldn't even lose to because I'm gassed in the gym, but I make sure I get that tired in the workspace, so that when I'm competing against high level guys, I don't experience that ever.
It's not a factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think like at the higher levels, it looks like you sort of mitigate. So the movements that you do, like it never looks like the higher level guys like get too tired, because you're conserving your energy.
Control it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You control, because you know if I do so and so for so and so many minutes, you're gonna get this tired. Because a 10-minute match for me doesn't sound long, but when you're in there and let's just say you've overcommitted to something, you know if I carry on overcommitting, I'm going to get tired, and then this guy's going to get the advantage over me. So you know when to recover and know how to keep a poker face a lot better as well. Because when you're tired, you can't take a deep breath because this other guy's going to be like, he's tired, and they'll take advantage of that. So you have to have a poker face. Even if you are tired, you can't show it, because it's the psychology of it as well. You've got to pretend you're not, even if you are.
Yeah.
But I've never experienced anything major.
What are you weighing now?
Right now I'm at 79, 80.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
They tend to have better gas tanks, don't they? Those
Yeah.
big, the big yogurts, the ultras, it's pure power and aggression, isn't it? Get over and fast with,
Yeah.
get over and done with, and that's it. Next,
More to move.
yeah, it's cardio, nil.
Well, I'm what am I? 83 at the moment. Heaviest I've ever been. But
Yeah,
Why are you saying that? Like
proper
it's big?
fat, yeah.
yeah. I know.
God,
He's saying like as yogurts, but you're putting me in that category there.
Do you do cardio?
No.
No.
Unbelievable.
Were you gassing a bit there,
Yeah.
Sam?
Yeah.
No?
I could,
Yeah,
he was breathing pretty heavy down. Yeah.
That was just because I was enjoying it.
Oh.
So Sam, you've been on the show before. So this makes you a Jits Quips regular now.
Veteran.
Veteran, yeah.
You get a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Get. Does he get a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give him the link. Give you the link.
I've got to pay for it.
And we had the opportunity to see you roll, which is awesome. So I'm aware that you do. You're more of a weightlifter, bodybuilder type, right?
Yeah.
So you were a bodybuilder before you came to jiu-jitsu. Are you continuing down that way
Not
of training?
in terms of like a competitive sense, but I still train like that because that's what I enjoy. Like I'm not going to be a top jiu-jitsu athlete. You know, I've probably started too late in the day for that. So you just got to do what you enjoy. If it's going to get me in, and some of it still transfers over, just being stronger helps.
Yeah.
I'm not in the same way that Abe is, like dynamically strong, like quick, powerful. Not necessarily. No, I'm probably getting better in that area, but that's not it. Me for more, it's that static strength. So if someone's trying to pull an arm away or someone's trying to grab a leg, I can engage like a hamstring or whatever, and they're probably not going to move it. So that's where my strength lies.
Yeah.
But it's not really optimal for jiu-jitsu, but you just got to do what you enjoy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
What did you say to me? You said you were more nervous in a thong.
No, I was less
Yeah,
nervous. I was less nervous
you-
stepping on stage than I was.
We stood there and he said, I was less nervous wearing my thong on stage
Than
than I was as well. And then I had a thong in my head and that was it. Lost you the match.
So I'll engage with the viewers on this one. So we've got a
Rematch, him and a thong.
yeah.
Done.
Hopefully
You're in a singlet.
That's behind the paywall, that one.
behind the paywall. All right, that's when we get the Patreon.
Yeah.
The only fans. The only fans.
We've got a group chat for the gym, and I remember some of the
That's that
first
shit house, isn't it?
some of the first bants that I saw was somehow Gaz had found a picture of Sam in his oiled up or posing for his bodybuilder's stuff, and just put it there on the chat.
Yeah.
Where did you find that actually?
I have my sources. I don't want.
You got your-
I don't want to
So
give
it
that
just
away
goes on
too
my
much.
Facebook.
Yeah, pretty much. What I lack in jiu-jitsu skill, I make up in Photoshop, as everyone says.
Yeah, I wanted to say as well, Gaz, like I think when I first started coming here,
Yeah.
like I felt a bit out of place. I wasn't really sure if I should if I should be here. Like I always questioned it, and like I'd come in and everyone's chatting and I didn't really know anyone. And then we had this competition at ASW, and you said to me, "Oh, like, do you want to come with me? Because I'm going like that." And that you were the first person that sort of made me feel like included here. So I'll always love you for that. And then also like we met at the same time because you came in the same car with us, and that's when I started to feel like, oh, you know, in the gang sort of thing.
It was a good little day, wasn't it?
It was a good day.
You broke the running machine.
I broke the
You sat on the running machine, didn't you, and broke that?
I cracked the treadmill.
I probably crashed it up. That was where somebody
watches that. They know. So after my match, I was gassed, gassed, like as much as I could be gassed. I sat on the treadmill, cracked the front bit.
Yeah.
Then I went off and like lay on my back. I was trying to get my breath back. And then I just heard someone say, "Oh, who's broken this treadmill?" Like that.
Everyone just scattered, didn't they? Like, look at the ceiling. Like,
I didn't even have enough breath to like say, "It was me."
Yeah.
Like,
we didn't see me because I was actually pointing at you, going.
So I did. After I got my breath back, I went and admitted to it, and they were like, "Oh, okay, don't worry."
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, going back to what you said then, I mean, this is what it's all about, isn't it? Coming here, especially the gyms and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just. It's open to anyone, isn't it?
It's community, isn't it?
Yeah,
on the mats, there's
no one
politics,
understands it unless
there's
you've done it. It's
Yeah.
like this gym's great. Lovely environment. You can come here, chill out, meet people, get fit, get beat.
Yeah,
regularly.
You bond, don't you? Because of like you're putting your life in somebody else's hands. Basically, you know, they have to let go when you tap, and you trust in your training partners.
Yeah.
But also, so I find that like you get some people that might like come for a little bit and then go, and like that's okay, right? Like everyone's got their life to live. But then if you like, they want you to be consistent, right? To get your blue belt, to go from white belt to blue belt, they want you to be consistent. They want you to turn up week in, week out. And when you are doing that, you do see the same other people that are consistent. And you do become a part of that community. Like we all, you got your blue belt, Sam, a little bit before us. We got ours more or less together.
Yeah.
And then you get to know the older, the higher rank belts as well. Like for me, the Jits community is like one of the best communities I've been a part of so far from what I've experienced.
Yeah.
That like it's a bit edgy, you know. It's a combat sport. It's raw. It's real, and because of that, and seeing like the people who you look up to, the role models, the sort of natural leaders in the gym, seeing how they act, and it's here at Trident. It's a really good vibe. It's a really nice vibe. People are encouraged to stay healthy, like in your mind as well, to talk about it. Not to suffer in silence, and if you are suffering,
to speak about it and stuff, don't we?
Speak about it. For me, it's a really great community.
I think the biggest thing for me is that like it's because you get humbled. No matter how good you are, someone else is going to smoke it at some point.
Yeah.
So I think that forces people to just be, you know, you respect everyone, because you know some days you'll have great days where you'll sub people, other days you'll get subbed by someone you maybe is a much lower belt than you. But it just encourages you to just be humble more than anything. I think it removes those egos, which I think why it's such a nice community.
I had that a bit when I first joined. I was saying earlier on, the first day I came here, Ben Jones got me into it, and I missed the beginner's course. So no fundamentals, nothing. He's like, "Oh, just join in." I fucking wish I'd done the beginner's course. Oh god! And it was Billy Livo.
Oh yeah.
Kind of groomed me that day. He was like, "Oh, you're new to the gym," and all. I was like, "Yeah." I thought,
still does
I'll
it
do
now.
him. Yeah. I remember in the car about 45 minutes. My head was just swelled. I was like, "Oh my god, what just happened there?" Thinking like my rugby background will do me well. No. Couldn't get up enough, and he was just doing all kinds of chokes.
Did he have you?
Done me for about.
Did he wrist lock you?
Amongst other stuff, yeah.
I remember being
everything he knew he done on me in the first round. Like, this is shit. This no, but you come back, don't you?
Like the Kama Sutra.
So on the other end of that, right? So we've got Abe here, and we've spoken about this before when you said about being humble, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like Abe, you're on the other end of the spectrum to that, right? So your path is high level combat, jiu-jitsu, MMA, and we have spoken about this. So you like when you're pursuing that, you have to have a certain level of you have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Self-belief. I think you can still have self-belief and be humble, but you do need to indulge in that ego side of you.
The difference between confidence and arrogance, isn't there?
You have to, but you have to have like, although not a lot of people like it, you have to have a face for the social media. Like, as in, this is who I am to everyone else, and this is who I am to my family, to my friends, to whatever. Because there are people out there who you don't necessarily like. Let's say Craig Jones. Not everyone likes Craig Jones because of what he posts on his Instagram, whatever else. Personally, I think it's funny, and it sells matches as well. So you have to have that party where it's confident, where you believe in yourself, but you're also not taking away from the other guy as well. You're adding to yourself, not taking away from the other guy. I'm not an advocate of taking away from someone else, because they're exactly in the same position as you. They've got a family to support, they've got a gym that's supporting them, so why should you take away from someone like that? But bigging yourself up and saying, I'm going to do this in the match, or I'm going to do that, it's self-belief and it's self-talk, and I'm a massive believer in a positive self-talk and affirmations like that, so that's something that I'm an advocate for. And on my social media, I try to market myself the best way possible. Not everyone likes the way my social media is run, but I do it in a respectful way where I'm putting like myself first as like a business model, almost like you are your own business and you're marketing yourself for other sponsors to look at you, and if they look at your Instagram, it's like a marketplace. Is this guy worth sponsoring? Are we going to see our brand on this Instagram kind of thing? That's the way I see it. I have to have like a bit of a business mindset for it.
Yeah.
It's over the years I've kind of developed to put that kind of first for my social media aspect, and then for everything else I try and present myself the best I can, like try and be well spoken, to be, especially in like interviews and whatever else, try and be well spoken and respectful, but also I keep myself humble to the point where I'm not taking away from the other guy, but I'm adding to myself a little bit more, if you know what I mean? So I add value to the match, or add value to other fans watching you kind of thing. So, yeah.
I guess with the marketing as well, like so when you say, right, that you're going to do something, you say you're going to win this match, you say I'm going to take this path, and then you do it, that's when people are like, oh, fair play, like he said he was going to do it, and then he did it. So I definitely do see that, see how that can benefit a combat sports athlete. The self-confidence for me is like everything. I've had times in my life where I've not believed in myself, and I really know how that is of detriment to you. You can't realise your full potential if you don't believe in yourself, right? So I've had a lot of time working on that, and now I believe in myself. Well, I said it on episode 8, which is one of my favourite episodes of Jits Quips, where we had Duffy, we had Kev, and talk about the inner value, the value that comes from within. That's how I realise my self-worth comes from the inside. It's always been there. It can't be taken away from me. It just needed my mind to be connected with it to realise that. Once I realised it, now I'm doing this. And I've had time, like while I was realising that at the beginning of the journey of Jits Quips, I've been doubting myself so much, like, oh my God, it's cringy, it's embarrassing, it's on the internet for everyone to see, I need to take it down. And then had a little word with myself, and it's like, no, it's, even if it's not the best, you have to be willing to look stupid.
Take that risk a little bit and go out. I think every successful person, to add to that, has had that point in their life where they're like, oh, you know what, maybe it's not worth it, maybe I'm not going to make it. Every single successful person will tell you that. I've spoken to personally, they've all said.
No, that's what makes you different to everyone else, mate. Don't
I'm just doing it, yeah.
You're doing it.
Yeah. Everyone who judges you isn't going to do what you're doing anyway, so
it's easy to go, this is shit on it. And that's it, done then, but you don't do it.
How would you feel then? Because obviously you're still relatively young, and then going into those like quite high level matches, do you feel nervous beforehand, or do you just switch down and engage?
I used to. When I was younger than I was now, I used to feel very nervous. I used to, not necessarily of losing, but fear of judgment from other people. Okay. So doing a match, like obviously when I was, I think I started when I was about 12ish, I was competing around about 16. I'd get judged by my mates, being like, oh, it's why are you doing this sport? It's gay, whatever else. And now all these lads who used to like take the piss out of them when I was younger, they were asking me for one-to-one sessions, and I'm like, no. But I get excited now. I get really excited to go out there, put on a show. I perform better under adrenaline and pressure. I think over the competition years, you get better at competing. You get better at the structure. So you get better with the structure, sorry. And let's say if it's a 10-minute match, you know what you have to do for a 10-minute match. If it's a 20-minute match, you know what you have to do, pacing yourself. If it's a no time limit match, then you know exactly what you have to do. And I think the more people that are watching me, the more I want to put on a show for everyone to win or lose. Obviously the goal is to always win at all costs, but win or lose, I always make sure I put on a performance to either get back on that show again or get more exposure, because I want people to know my personality projected within my style and my training and stuff, and my competitions. So the nerves go out the window a little bit when you walk out, and obviously everyone's watching you, all eyes are on you, so if you mess up it's there forever, it's on camera and everything, but you just don't think about that, you just go out there and put on a show for everyone.
I'm a lot more aware of it as I get older, mate. I'm more conscious of what people think.
Yeah.
Whereas the opposite way when I was younger, I really didn't care.
I feel like that's why I've refrained a little bit from comps lately, is because that like I feel like I put so much pressure on myself that like you just, I'm not really bothered if I lose, but like it's just, did I do as well as I should have done? And then it's just, I don't know, like I do still struggle with it now, even though I've done about 7 comps or something silly like that. Like still feel that pressure and still feel those nerves quite heavily.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to remember as well, win or lose a match, about a week or two later, everyone's going to forget anyway.
Yeah.
Even in big MMA matches, like people forget. Like you see people lose, if they get knocked out or if they get subbed, in their head this is the worst thing that could ever happen to them. But next week there's another set of fights on, they'll forget that, and then they'll go on your record, and then there's the next set of fights on. You got to remember, people's attention spans are really short. The average human's attention span's very short, so
I can vouch for that. Yeah.
They'll forget. They'll forget. You get slammed on your head, they'll forget.
Yeah.
They'll forget.
Right, well, I did something embarrassing in my last tournament. So I tapped to someone putting a guillotine on me while they were in my guard. I know, right? He gets it. So I didn't even realise.
It happens to the best of us.
After the match, Reese was like, a guy said to him, "Oh, I've never seen that before." Like, I didn't even know. To me, I was getting choked. I was feeling that pressure in my neck. I was like, "Oh, I don't like this. I fucking tap." But then he was like, "Yeah, he was in your guard. Like, you just like post on his hips with your feet."
It happens. That's that panic, that fight or flight feeling in it.
People say all the time, it's easy, innit? It's funny when you're looking and watching, going, "Should have done that."
Happens. You
get down there and do it,
Exactly. That's just those keyboard boys. I would have done this if I was in the comp. Like, you wouldn't have done it if you're 10 minutes into a match, just some massive fella on you. It's just like,
have his shoulder in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's crunching my jaw.
Crunching your jaw. Yeah. Sam.
Yeah.
So, okay. I wanted to say, so that you said as you get older, you feel more like conscious of what other people are thinking.
Yeah, because when you get older, your circle of friends and that gets smaller.
A bit smaller. And
you're a lot more conscious of your surroundings and the choices you make, I suppose. Mm-hmm. Sound like a wise old owl, you know, but I can confidently say it. That's the way it is.
As well,
you know, being a dad and a husband and having that small circle of friends is important, that I don't let them down. And it sounds dead stupid. Like, I done a couple of comps, and when you lose, like, it's just, you feel like you've let everyone down. It's really bad, and unless you've done it and felt it, and it's like, oh.
Do you think like having a child plays into that as well? Like,
well, yeah. I mean, that's a big fact. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, 'cause you don't want to embarrass anyone, do you? You want to come across as not a knobhead.
You want to smash people.
Yeah, look what your dad can do. And start collecting skulls at home. And yeah, that one was that guy.
My dad's
I've got his
all
skulls. Yeah. No, he's cool. It's just... You just don't want anyone down. That's the thing for me. And it's just a hurdle I can't get over at the moment. I remember the first comp we went to, it was me and you. No, ASW was off, went to that one, lost that one. That was a weird one, wasn't it? When the guy said I poked him in the eye. I did. But then we didn't reset or something. So I was like, I think about 6 months into jiu-jitsu, maybe. Didn't have a clue what we're doing. I got on my phone now and I was watching it the other day and I was like, oh my god. Yeah. We were just like...
You got you in an armbar, didn't you?
Yeah.
You came off and he was like, it wasn't even on that.
I know, yeah. I think he was in mid-air and went top. I was terrified and it was weird. Looking back at it now, fucking hell. And then the next one was
All Stars.
All Stars, man, yeah, and I won like gold in gi. Like I won a gi match, couldn't believe it. And then won the no gi gold, and I was like, wow, this is boss. And then straight away
Retired.
back down to it. Yeah, I should have retired. And then that's when I went to that one down Aldershot, and it was more matches in the category. And it's like, wow. Yeah.
And you gassed.
And then it's just you're back to square one again. But no one puts any pressure on me or anyone in our gym. Anyone puts pressure on like you just sum up pretty well there. People forget
pressure
actually.
on yourself. Like,
You personally, like.
Yeah.
Oh,
For me though, I've experienced the same thing. Not necessarily with letting my family down or anything like that, because they don't even understand what I do. Like, is it, oh, you're still doing that kung fu stuff you started? Like, yeah, still doing it.
Yeah. Like already, I'm aware now that whenever this gets showed, my missus told me. I told a few of the lads who don't do jiu-jitsu, and I'm thinking, oh god.
Sure, Ben Jones.
So I will big him up. Oh, Ben Jones, yeah, I'll be straight away, yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Just saying about my coach and stuff like for me, it's I always want to make my coach proud because he's the one who changed my life and my training. So Cam Atakuro, he's been my coach for nearly 4 years now, and it's for me when I go into comps, I want to impress my coach and impress the lads at the gym. Like I feel like they're like my family, and those lads I want like obviously the young lads in the gym, I want to set an example for, and I just love getting like a highlight win and sending it into the group chat and everyone's just gassed over it. It's the best feeling ever, and my coach has helped me improve my style quite a lot because I used to be very, very jumpy and very flashy. Yeah, it works, but it doesn't always work against guys who are as good as you. You just have to learn the control mechanics and stuff like that. But when I implement something that he's been working on with me for years and I show him in like the flesh that I've done it properly in competition, it's the best feeling ever, and I feel like it's a marker of your self-improvement as well. Mm-hmm. So it's that for me is the most important thing, just sticking to what my coach tells me to do and implementing it in competition and then showing him that I've done it. It's like the 3 stages of success, and it's just like tick, you've done it essentially, coach, and you're just so proud of yourself and he's proud of you as well. It's just like, it's the best feeling ever.
Yeah, there's not much better than when like Harry says you did well there, like because he doesn't say it unless you've like done something specifically well. Like when he says
any of the coaches or something like that. That one when I won gold there, he was in, I think he was in Landudno, and his son Karen was on the match, and he rang my phone. I don't know, must have put on the group. Mark put on the group saying, "Oh, guys, we won something," and he rang me and was like, he's down with his son. Why is he ringing me? I'm just a white belt. But it's like, that's brilliant. And then you just think, I want to be a part of this.
The validation.
Yeah, I was in. Yeah.
I love competing, right? I love it. Like, but I need to feel like I'm conditioned. I need to feel like I've done everything I can for the competition. But like the nerves, everything. I don't care about losing. Like I'm not gonna like I'm not like Abe, who can show can show the highlight reels, and you've been training since you were 12. Did you say?
Yeah, so around that time. Yeah.
High end. So I know I'm never gonna be there, right? But I like putting myself up against another person where it's like, okay, we're gonna like engage in combat here, and there's no strikes, right? So I don't have to worry about getting punched in the head or anything like that, kicked and that. But we're gonna sort of scrap, and I'm like, this is sort of akin to how it would feel if someone faces up on you on the street, right? So I'm like, okay, this is as close as it gets to if you have to like defend yourself on the streets. I'm like, this is the test for me of how I will react in that situation. And whether I win or lose, I know that I can get put through that discomfort and still do something. So for me, I think that's part of it. And just the engaging in jiu-jitsu, I love it. Just the movement, the skills, the progression, the community. Yeah, I love it all around. But that's what I like about it. So don't know if you can get onto that, guys.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm more comfortable in here than I would be on competition.
We'll set you up more matches.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Not Sam though.
To be fair, I enjoy competing after the competition's over. The day of, like,
Yeah.
I can't say, I don't know if I do enjoy it, because it's just like adrenaline is high all day until like you finish that last match, and regardless of the result, whether you've won, lost or whatever, then it just like comes down and you're absolutely exhausted, because it's like that adrenaline's been like this all day, and then it might dip again when you've had a match and then comes back up again. But it's always, I've never regretted doing a competition, because you'd always feel a sense of achievements because you challenge yourself, you know, and you put yourself in an environment which I think you forget it's a combat sport when you're in here, because it's like, it's just your mates, you're rolling, and you know, it's intense, but it's a whole different level when, as you say, you're in a competition and you ultimately are trying to hurt each other. Like, you know, that's the aim, is that to put someone in enough pressure and pain to make them submit. So, you know, it does take it up, and then, you know, adrenaline's flowing, there's so much more strength involved in terms of people who are actually really going for stuff. So, you know, but you do come away from it thinking, you know, I've put myself in an uncomfortable position there, and obviously that's the only way to really grow, I think.
Yeah.
Do you have to cut weight when you
compete? Not massive amounts for grappling, but when I switched to MMA, I was just speaking to Greg before, I have to cut to 66 basically, because I know, because I'm too short for 70. Well, I'm too small for 70. Like I was just saying, I probably could fight at 70 if I really wanted to. But I'm going to be against guys who are at a massive reach advantage, a massive height advantage, like 6'2", 6'3" guys. They're getting taller and taller, honestly, these lightweights and lightweights and welterweights, sorry. But there's no point competing at a weight class that you're higher at when you can realistically cut lower. So I'm working on some kind of a weight cut program where I'm losing a small amount of muscle, but not to the point where I'm losing strength as well. Right. So I'll probably just cut down to 75, and then when it comes to fight camp, start cutting the water weight down near into the fight and stuff. But the lads at the gym, they're all professionals and stuff like that, so I'll ask them for advice. But that's the goal now. I'm at 80 now. Probably my grappling peak is 80 kilograms, but for MMA, I can't be this heavy. You got to cut it all down.
It's different levels, isn't it? The MMA and the cutting weight.
So, is your intention to continue to compete at high level in jiu-jitsu, or which is the priority? MMA?
So my priorities and that, my long-term priority has always been to go to MMA. So I've always had a jiu-jitsu wrestling background. I did a bit of boxing when I was younger, and I've carried that through to the MMA training as well. So my striking it's not starting from scratch, and my grappling's already there. It's just a few little tweaks that I'm making now for the MMA, like the kicks and the range, like kicking range, striking range, grappling range. I'm still getting used to all of that. We're training it all together, and I'm training with the best lads in the country for that. We get a lot of MMA lads from around the country, from Cage Warriors, PFL, Bellator, UFC, always come and training with us. We've got the best guys with us to train with. It's just about the timing, so probably the end of the year should have my debut. But as for long term, you said about what's my priority. I'm still going to compete grappling at a high level. But when it comes to fight camps, I'm going to definitely prioritise just the MMA. But competing all year round is always going to be a yes from me. Like if Polaris messages me saying, doing a match on so-and-so day at so-and-so weight, if there's no MMA in the future, then yeah, of course, I'll always do that. I'm always going to compete in the Empires. I feel like all competitors in MMA should always compete in grappling as well, just to keep themselves active all the time. Because I feel like if you lay off and you're only fighting twice a year compared to competing twice every month, sorry, I feel like you're at a disadvantage there compared to someone who's competing all the time and is used to that adrenaline. The head's always in the game, so that's something I would always do. Compete all year round, and when it comes to MMA, just take a back step on the jiu-jitsu comps and just focus on the fight camp. That's what I'd do personally. Yeah.
Is that driven by preference, or does like the money side of MMA play a part? Because obviously there's not a great deal of money in jiu-jitsu, is there?
Yeah, so it's mostly for my childhood dream aspect of it. So obviously the money's all good and well, but for me as a kid, I've always wanted to one day make it to Bellator, one day make it to the UFC and become the best I can be at mixed martial arts. And then jiu-jitsu kind of took over that, because I didn't realise how much I'd love jiu-jitsu when I was a kid. I actually got into jiu-jitsu by accident, so I went to an MMA class an hour early, and it was a jiu-jitsu class, then it was the MMA. So I had the jiu-jitsu class first, and then I was like, I actually really like this. I stuck to jiu-jitsu for quite a while. I did MMA and stuff, but nothing serious. And then now that I'm older, I don't want to have to be at the point where time's against me and I can't do MMA anymore. I'm like in my late 20s and you can't really make it.
Is it your parents' background in martial arts, or
what's this? Sorry,
where's the background come from? You got you into that?
So it was myself. I went to the
12.
Gym. Yeah, I was watching it.
12. I was trying to see how many nuggets to get in my mouth.
I was watching it on TV.
12. I wasn't thinking about rolling around, pulling people's heads in.
I was watching it on TV. It was on. I can't remember what fight it was now. I'll have to remember the fight, but I was watching a fight on TV, and I was like, I want to do that. I found the local MMA gym to me, and I went to the class, and I've loved it since. But yeah, the money side, sponsorships and stuff, I've been finding it harder to find sponsorships in jiu-jitsu. Luckily, I've got some great sponsors on my team now. I help fund my training, fund my travel, and everything like that. But for MMA, if you want to make it into a living, then I think MMA is the way, the route to go down. I'm already a full-time athlete now. But if you want to reach the next level financially and stuff, then sponsorship-wise, MMA is the place to be. Yeah. Jiu-jitsu, I think it's very underfunded, and I think it needs a lot more funding before it becomes like a heavily monetized sport like MMA is. But regardless, I'll still do both in the future. Yeah, I'll still compete in both regardless of money.
Gaz and Sam have just had a match. So we're going to have a quick look at that and break it down. It's touch and go. So tell us what you were feeling, gents, during this bit.
Survive at this point.
Nervous.
Yeah, I was a bit nervous. Honestly, I don't know how much he was going to put it on me, to be honest with you, because he's quite strong. And I was really looking for hoping he'd overextend that leg so I could go for a single leg, but kind of bailed out a couple of times because he was really, really tough, pushing me head down, strong. His hands are massive. You've seen him dig up dinosaurs and that.
I think it is funny at the start of a round. It's like assessing like how hard that other person's gonna go.
Yeah.
You usually gauge it right in the beginning when you slap and bump.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to go for that collar tie. Like let them feel the collar tie.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's usually the same in matches for me. I usually collar tie first. You give them a feel for your strength, and then you just go flowing again.
You snap it,
you snap it, and then you flow again with them.
To be fair, that's what I was trying to do. Was get a collar tie on him so then I can start setting up, trying to shoot a little bit lower.
We saw you were both trying to go for that inside grip and the wrist control as well, which is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Is that so that you can get the arm drag?
Kind of, yeah, or just try and then pull myself closer to go.
Yeah, it's a nice quick single like that. Yeah.
Have you practiced that single leg?
Not really. I'm just trying to get more confident, like dropping. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, shooting for stuff. Because I think as a beginner to begin with, like you're scared in case you get your head wrapped up.
I think everyone's been there as well.
Yeah,
everyone's been there. About getting accidentally kneed in the head or something like that. Yeah.
You did well there, Gaz.
To be honest with you, I thought you'd engage a bit more. To be honest, you give me a space and I fall, maybe try and get back up and work on someone else.
What's that one called as well, where you get the collar tie?
It's a throw by, isn't it? So you tried that a few times, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think the 2-on-1 grip to try and get some kind of sweep or something. That's a beautiful arm drag, that. Well recovered as well.
I wasn't confident. I wanted to go, to be honest with you, I was go for a double.
Yeah.
But I struggled with gauging my distances. It's quite a long travel time for me from up the top down to the bottom.
Against someone good as well, you have to set it up. You can't just go straight away unless you're Jordan Burroughs.
This one worked on some with Nathan last week when he had that single leg. And then I realised quick I had his head on the wrong side. And I was like, shit, so that's not on. You're always trying to recycle something, aren't you? And then I felt like I maybe rushed a few things here.
So you get on top
the angle at this point where you get this sub. So you trying to take the back or go for some kind of submission from at this point?
From here, no. Again, something else to try to work on there. I was trying to got my left knee in. I can sort of crank the back of his neck, but he turned into it, and then that sort of threw me as well.
Really good.
And then here, I probably get told quite a few. I relaxed too much in this.
Is it a crossface?
He was pressing on my shoulder.
Yeah. You can't breathe. I've been in that position before. You literally can't breathe. Yeah. It's horrible, that.
Yeah. I could feel.
Switch my shoulder.
So do you bring yeah. Crossface.
Thank God for that.
It feels like an arm triangle because your arms like that. It's just
It's stretching the shoulder as well.
Yeah, it will do, yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Really nasty position. Yeah, well, congratulations, Sam, and commiserations, but, you know, nice one. You showed some good stuff. That
Rerun that.
that snap down, where you snapped him down and he had to turtle up, that was decent, right?
That's a Duffy class, that, isn't it?
That's a definite pass. Yeah.
That was a Duffy class. Expect you to do like 3 forward rolls and a backflip.
Yeah. It's lost. I don't really do much with wrestling stuff, really, to be honest with you. And it does saps you. It does. You're so tense, right? You're trying to go really quick and it doesn't happen. You're like, oh God, I've got to go again. You tense up.
Just makes you think.
Especially my level, I suppose.
D1 wrestlers in America, they make it look easy.
Yeah,
it's just add it.
Yeah.
So it's just non-stop for them.
So touch and go. Okay, so if you see this gent's stance, right, I feel like very close to the beginning, I knew that I could have the upper hand.
He just doesn't look balanced. Like, he just looks a bit odd.
He seems very unorthodox. It doesn't seem like he knows what. No offense, what he's doing.
So he's got one arm out here, which I was like, oh, I'm going to grab that arm. And also when I got him with the collar tie, I felt quite secure. Like he didn't clear it straight away, and he like was reacting. He was putting in more energy than me at this point. So
That's usually when you see like someone who's inexperienced in grappling. They usually put all the energy in the first minute. Like you feel really strong and feel really explosive, but they lose it all after the minutes go by.
Mm-hmm.
You always feel like from the beginning as you come downstairs, like they just go hell
Go-
for leather.
yeah.
But then like second round, there's nothing left.
So so I'd go for the arm drag here.
Nice.
He goes to the ground. I get
Trying to go
his
for that
guard.
arm straight away, yeah.
So now I'm going to get into, well, I just do a knee slice there. And now I'm controlling him in the side control. So as soon as I'm here, I'm like, I'm winning. I've got points.
Because you can just see how much energy he's expending
Trying to get his guard back.
Very
for the
nice,
sake of
yeah,
just
yeah.
giving it back again.
Yeah, get to side control again. That's called a knee slicer?
It's a knee cut.
Knee
Oh,
cut.
knees like that, either or, yeah.
Yeah. And he tries to escape by getting his hand under there by my hips. I
Okay,
guess that's to
escape.
try and push out
Yeah.
and come out the back, is it? Is that grapevine in the mount?
Yeah, it's really effective actually.
I feel like doing that sometimes though puts pressure on your knee.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not keen on it for that reason. And I am conscious of my knees when I'm rolling, so I don't want to, when your knee cut, I don't want to like cut too much, like go too much with the knee, because I don't want to torque it the wrong way.
You're just racking up points here, aren't you?
Yeah. I could pass his guard very easily, so
You're almost letting him get his guard back just to pass it again. aren't you?
yeah. So if I feel uncomfortable, I let him get his guard back, like disconnect, and then just pass again. So to be fair, the whole match was like this. Let me fast forward to so that's 3 minutes on the. We've only got 3 minutes left. Let's watch the whole thing. So mount again. Like,
Are you looking for a finish here, or are you just quite happy?
no. So he is strong, right?
Yeah,
So he gets to
seems
sweep
like,
there.
yeah. Is that a 2-pointer? Has he got 2-pointer? Yeah.
I don't know if he got the points for that. Do you think he did?
You
I
would have
think
got the 2 points
he's
for the
got the
sweep.
two. He
Yeah.
got the two.
So yeah, but I felt quite good with my guard here, getting the knee shield, got the butterfly hooks in. So I'm thinking I want to do that butterfly sweep.
Yeah, you don't look particularly stressed. You just look quite
Just-
chill.
yeah,
like I
you
think
seem-
you know that you've got the rubber hands, so you're quite happy just to.
Yeah.
I think that's a lovely feeling though. If like you get that position
You
in the
know,
comp,
yeah,
you just
yeah.
feel like
Yeah. That's when you know you're dominant, you're better than someone. So right, this is one of the highlights of my tournament now.
Get a nice takedown.
Coming up. And
Oh, very nice.
straight with a knee cut. So that's pulling butterfly guard to the butterfly
Little
sweep.
sweep straight away. Yeah, I was lovely that.
And I've been visualizing that for a while, getting that, because I feel like I learned that very early on in my my jits journey, but I've only just started to be able to sort of hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a nice feeling though when you imagine doing something for weeks before a comp and then you do it, and it's like self-satisfaction almost.
Yeah. So yeah, this whole match was so it's 17-2 right there.
But they dominated, yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking about not doing this match because I was knackered from the first category, and
It's just the absolute category now.
this is the absolute, yeah. All right, so now I see there I disconnected and I stood up.
There, was it there?
No, so now I'm just thinking, all right, just run the time out, and he starts going for my legs.
Yeah, but you can't really do much apart from a straight ankle, can you?
You can't do much, so
Like an absolute, isn't it? But
You know what, 50 seconds on the clock, I think, yeah.
I do it in the last 5 seconds. So, okay, I go chest to chest again, try and get the pass here. He gets his frames in. I'm looking for the head and arm choke the whole time, or I'm looking to get on the back, and I couldn't find either of them with him the whole time. So now I disconnect, I stand up, right, and if you watch, I lose concentration for a second. So he's trying to wrap my legs up weirdly here. Is that reverse De La Riva?
Yeah, and then he's
So
shows elevating his hips up now to kind of go for a
boom.
sweep.
There, so it happened just then. I go to my feet.
did you tap them? Yeah.
No, but did I tap?
Yeah.
What was it, a pop or
No,
crack?
that was right at the end. So I'll just rewind it to that bit.
So did you win that match?
I won it, yeah.
Okay.
So it's so he's got one leg behind my knee, one leg above on the thigh. He hips up, boom, and when I go to the ground, I decide to go to the ground because I feel my knee go. So it's literally just before that.
Here,
But
there.
yeah, my weight was on my foot, so I still don't know what it was. Like, was I not warm enough? Was I? Was it degraded? Was the ligament degraded? Which I don't think it was. Did I compromise my leg by having my weight through it, losing concentration, not engaging my legs, and
Like
then it
before
just
when I'm on the ball on my feet, if you're running or if you're even if you're defending the takedown, a single leg, if you're on the ball with your feet, the knee stability goes. Right? Like it lessens. Whereas if you're flat on your foot, it's a lot more stability. I've had it before where I've been like hopping out of a single leg and my knee turns in a little bit and you feel it on like your MCL. That happens to the best of us. So.
But there I was on the flat of my foot. I was flat on my foot, but I had my weight going through it. And you know, you see me look up like that because I'm like, I've got 5 seconds left here. I'm just riding it out. Then my knee just goes boom, like it's a clunk and a little give. And then I'm like, right, I don't want to stand on this. So then I drop to the ground. He takes my back. But anyway, that was like my most dominant match. Like the other 3 matches that I had weren't like that. I lost 2 others and won 1 other for my opponent getting disqualified. Tried to hit a cheeky knee bar on me. You know who you are,
You
Brian.
can't do them in white, blue, purple belt, can you? And then purple belt, you think you can?
Yeah,
I think
white and blue. I think it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is just straight ankle locks for white and blue.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, is that an all comp, is it?
Yeah.
Unless you do like a sub early, sometimes I think they open it up a little bit.
Right.
Okay, so that was one of my competitions. Thanks for watching that, guys.
Look how great that is.
Any more? Any more of yours you want to pick and watch?
Wait, check this out now. I got my highlight reel. All right, it's been a good chat. Yeah, thanks for coming on,
Appreciate
gents.
having us on, yeah.
And I'd love to have you on in the future. And you need to get a rematch, right? You need to.
I'm happy to leave. It's been the beef big wash now. He's been calling out for ages. So
Fair play.
yeah, it's done now.
All right, and if you've made it up to this far, like, comment, subscribe. We'd love to hear your S&C plan on the comments. Tell us what you do, how you incorporate your strength and conditioning with your jiu-jitsu. And yeah, all the best, guys. See you next time. Cut.
Bosh.
Nice.
Well, yeah, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Nice
mate.
to meet you, fella.
Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you.
Take care, mate.
Good man.